Shalom. Call hello Yahweh Shem Abishai Bahashem Bakakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to all my fellow laborers doing this work in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and their freedom to do so now more so than ever. To the scattered elect that are scattered around the four corners of the earth among the heathen nations that be like unto the speckled bird, the Israelite foreigners. And to the Akwaf that are listening and learning, to you I say Shalom. This is your brother Malcolm from the branch of the Great Millstone here in Chicago. The video being featured is a video from RFB, Richie from Boston, my man Richie from Boston. All right, I deals with Richie, man. Richie comes out with some solid information, and he travels around the country, lickety split on the spot, Johnny on the spot, to the zones where things are happening, to bring his camera to show you what's happening, and not just put something on the screen and then start talking about it and create a story, kind of like what happens on the news every day. But the name of the video is called Hard Martial Law is What's Really Happening, and he's absolutely right. This whole COVID thing was to cover up the crash of the dollar and to hide the fact that they're going to a digital currency, and they want to shut everything down and give people vaccinations, and the vaccinations are actually going to make many people sick, and or one thing's for sure, the chip will be instituted, and those of us in the know what that means. So without any further ado, this is not going to be a very long video. I'm just going to let some of Richie's video play and read a couple scriptures.
But this isn't. These are everywhere, even though the military has ceased all operations because of the COVID-19 disease. Well, then why are these traveling absolutely everywhere? You see what I'm saying? Absolutely everywhere, all over the United States. You think it's just a complete fluke? Oh, it's all fear porn. It's all fear porn. Turn on your news. That's all fear porn. And for everyone that's under the impression that YouTube is suddenly quieting anybody talking about 5G, do you know what misdirection is? Because people claiming this is 5G is what's killing all these people. They're not killing all these people. They're juking the stats, exactly like every doctor and nurse that's been trying to get the information out to you has been telling you. The CDC is totally lying. Everything is COVID, everything is COVID, everything is COVID. Well, Richie from Boston channel got hit yesterday. This video got taken down, and Behold a Pale Horse by Bill Cooper. And on RFB2, I got hit with copyright. Behold a Pale Horse by Bill Cooper. That's what we would call a subliminal message. And you think it's a complete coincidence that in Louisiana, the police accidentally used the purge siren to signal the curfew in Louisiana. You see what I'm saying? You think that's a complete coincidence, the purge, and we're entering Passover right now? Coming up to Beltane, which is 13 days of sacrifice. April is going to be no joke, man. I can't understand why people don't get this for exactly what it is. This is in Ohio. Plenty of room in jail for those violating stay-at-home order, says the sheriff. Your sheriff. Remember, everyone? Constitution, the sheriff. People, COVID-19 is a mild flu. They're juking the stats, and they're forcing you to stay in, and every day it gets worse and worse and worse. I have no fear of this because I've already made my decision. I'm not taking a shot. I am not being taken away by anybody whatsoever at all. You see what I'm saying? Every day, they're tightening the screws. If showing you what's happening in your world around you is fear porn, go away. Better yet, you won't have to, because we'll all be gone soon anyways. Because like I told you yesterday, Cyber Command has publicly come out and said they're on the case to get rid of any information that doesn't go with this story. This is mainstream media talking about mandatory vaccine. Oh, it's lucrative. Yeah, it's a little bit bigger than lucrative. It's a biometric tracking agent by Bill Gates. Period. a biometric tracking agent. And if you don't have it, this would, in order to get any type of semblance of society, the New World Order, you'll have to have this biometric digital ID in your body, in your bloodstream. No buying, no selling, no traveling. This is happening absolutely everywhere. Peru, Colombia, the UK, they're shutting everything completely down, and it's getting worse. It isn't getting better. Curfews are now getting extended in Louisiana.
As he said, this is a worldwide phenomenon. This is Revelation, the 13th chapter, starting at the 13th verse. And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on earth in the sight of men. All right, that's talking about his nuclear capability and his science. This biometric system, you know, some people look at it as and marvel at it. And he deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image of the beast, which had a wound by the sword, but did live. All right, because Esau, Edom, you know, they were the, you know, that was the Roman Empire. And the Roman Empire was wounded by Jacob, by the Israelites, and the Roman Empire fell. But then the Roman Empire rose again during the Renaissance and has been ruling ever since. And the beast system came out of the Roman Empire, which America is an extension of that. Verse 15, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Those are those concentration camps, and the reason why you see all those military vehicles being moved around as they begin to enforce this beast system, because you got doctors and people, you know, that are coming out, you know, on social media and on the internet, coming against this whole COVID thing and admitting that the public is being lied to. All right, they can't stop it. So what they're going to do is just shut it down and enforce it with military might. Verse 16, and he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. That's that implantable device he's talking about. And this is a worldwide system. That's why you've seen all the chaos in overseas in Europe over the last couple, 5-6 years, which has finally come to America. And we've been telling you the things that were going on overseas were going to come here, and now it has. It's here now. And that no man might buy or sell, save that he have the mark of the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here is wisdom, let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, which is Esau, Edom, and his number is 666. All right, so you take that chip, you're cut off from the Lord. It's automatic death. And it's not going to be a pleasant thing. Not at all. As a matter of fact, let me grab one more scripture. It's like to read the scripture every day now. This is 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter. The 15th through the 17th verse, which that whole chapter is good, because that chapter is basically stepping off the pages right into reality. But this is 2nd Ezra 15 and 15. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, invading one another, and they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. As for a man shall desire to go into a city, and shall not be able. And that's where we're headed. When you look at those lines and how the shelves on the stores are thinning out, they're not being replenished like they were. Truck drivers are being laid off. Truck drivers are admitting that their loads are getting smaller and smaller. Once these warehouses empty out, there's no more supplies coming in. The supply chain is gone. America has officially shut down. Most of these businesses, these smaller businesses, will not reopen. And as money and resources get less and less, people will be invading one another, and martial law will be implemented, and people will fight against the troops and fight against one another. It's getting ready to be the purge in America. Call Halal Yahweh Bashim Abishai, Bashim Bakakwadash, Wa Abba Babal, Shalom.